Metal Science Commander-in-Chief, the Metal Science Champ, the reigning, defending, heavyweight microphone champion of the world. I'm one L, you don't know Metal Science. And welcome to the Metal Science Ministries. Also, special guest and collaboration, the Empress, the Goddess, Fiigs. Fiigs, how are you doing?
I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good still. Yeah, tonight is full of action-packed box office main event because we've been warming up all the Metal Science soldiers and all the queens and kings and gods and goddesses that have been tuned in to the HubLiveRadio.com. And make sure you subscribe to High Priest Someone Else YouTube channel because we're right now live and direct in 4K vision, in the Hub Live radio station. You don't know Metal Science. Go and check out I'm on L. So now you want to go straight into the main event. You want to go straight into box office. We're talking about age difference and does it matter and when it matters. Well, let me tell you something, Queen. Let me tell you something, Empress. Yeah? When it comes to age gap and relationships, when it comes to age gap and relationships, 1 second. Sorry. When it comes to age gap and relationships, and does it matter, and when does it matter? Look, love is love. Love is a force. Love doesn't have any identity. It's energy. If your energy matches, then it shall be. If it doesn't match, then it shall not be.
So you don't think that age has anything to do with it?
Age doesn't have nothing to do with it. Okay, we're looking at it in terms of, let's say, if a woman is older than a man. Why can't it be looked at the other?
Let's look at it on both parts. Let's look at it on both parts of the spectrum, not just one way, because that's obviously not going to be fair, is it?
Exactly.
Right. So let's look at it. Let's.
Go on.
Yeah, let's look at it on both parts. So let's just look at age difference, full stop. They keep on walking off, so I'm going to have a conversation with you. He'll be back, don't worry. You get used to it, guys. This is what he does. He's a technician, he's a presenter.
Well, one man band out here.
Yeah, one man band out here, boy. That's for sure. Right, so let's talk about age group as a general, not just men, women. Let's do that.
Okay.
What? So I'm saying, you're saying age gap doesn't make a difference. Why not? Why do you think that?
It doesn't make a difference because love is love, and sometimes when it comes to arranged marriage and that, yeah, the age it can be significant in terms of what is what's on offer in terms of the marriage. Do you understand, Queen?
Yeah, so then if it can make a difference, why are you saying that it doesn't matter?
Because also it depending on the culture and how we've been raised and been conditioned and what we experience. It's deviant. Let's be real. It's deviant for any person in a relationship to have a significant amount of age between them. High Priest Someone Else believes, yeah, on average. But then again, we can't even say on average. We're just saying, like what we said, age ain't nothing but a number. You can have a toy boy. You can have a woman that is younger than you. The legal age of marriage.
So I want to get into that as well. I want to talk about that, the legalities of stuff. So what does the legalities matter if age isn't a number? If age is just a number? If age doesn't matter, why are you talking about legalities? What's that got to do with it?
Because where we live right now in the United Kingdom or in the Western world.
Yeah, but when the food's ripe, it's ready to pick.
Yeah, it is ready to pick. But still, we live in the United Kingdom and we must obey the law.
Right, okay, so the law of what? The law of the land?
The law of the land, the law of marriage.
Right, what do you think about obeying that? Because they don't match. The law of attraction and the law of the land are not necessarily the same thing.
Yes, I can agree with that. They're not necessarily the same thing. But at the end of the day, does anybody want to do a crime and go jail?
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. If okay, let's take the law out of the equation. Do you think that the age gap between a 14-year-old and a 25-year-old, without the law, forget about the law, talking
Okay.
about a mature 14-year-old. You know, 14-year-olds are having babies, right?
Yeah.
Right, we're talking about a mature 14-year-old who's with a 24-year-old guy. Does age matter then?
I believe that it's a difficult one.
Have I got you there,
No,
huh?
it's not. You
Have I
haven't got me.
you?
You haven't got me. It's just that we want to answer the question
would-
because it's very sensitive. I mean, and delicate, and we want to answer it
I want to hear it. the
with
answer.
a good a very good answer.
Okay.
And we will say, yeah, in terms of relationship, in that relationship, like 10 years difference, right?
Yeah.
At a very young age.
But if you're 15,
It-
it's very young.
Well, of course, you literally just came on your period,
Well, you could have been on your period for a good 3-4 years.
but you're still like in puberty. You
Yeah.
haven't fully matured as a woman.
You don't fully mature as a woman until you're at least 18 to 21.
Exactly.
Right, so this is what I'm saying, but the law says you can do it at 16.
Yes.
Right.
Legally.
So what are you saying? Do you agree? Okay, forget about that. Do you agree with 16 and 26?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that's with,
yes.
yeah, is that because it's only within the law? Is that why? So because you've been conditioned. So therefore you're going by the law of the land rather than the law.
It's not
of the
about being
attraction.
conditioned, it's about being safe. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Because you can get a case for them kind of thing there if you're trying to date someone that is below the age, the legal requirement, or
Okay.
came of age on this land.
I'm trying to establish, when you said age doesn't make a difference, it's all about love. I'm trying to establish what this age is. So we're going above the law. Even if you're in love with a 14-year-old, forget that. You just have to leave that one and go for something that's
Yes,
older.
because if you're in this land, the United Kingdom, yeah, you do not want to be in trouble with the law. Because already that's statutory rape.
Okay.
Let's keep it 100.
No, nobody's saying no, but I'm talking about the circumstances that are real in this world. 14, 13, 14, 15-year-old young ladies and young men that are having babies. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
They're getting pregnant with they're getting pregnant. They're getting pregnant naturally because they are going with the laws of attraction. Right. So like I said before, aside from the fact that it's against the law, what is wrong with it? Because it's just the age gap is 10 years. Why does it make a difference just because of that?
It makes a difference. Because, like what we said, we do not want to have problem with the law of the land. We do not want to go down on the sex register and get in trouble. We do not want to tarnish our let's say straw man or our reputation. Do you understand? For maybe something that is not meant to be, or something that the law or the people that govern this land say that is illegal.
Oh, right. Okay, so I hear you, but you're still cool with 16 and 26, yeah?
Because it's legit.
Yeah, okay, so but you're still cool with it.
Because it's legit.
And that's the only reason.
Not only is the only reason, a woman by 16, we're not saying that she's fully mature, but she's matured enough to know certain things. She's matured enough to know what she needs, what she wants from a man. She's matured enough to provide. She's finished school.
She might not have finished school. She just might not have finished school. She's legally allowed to leave school, you mean?
Yes, she's legally allowed to leave school, or she's finished that GCSE era or key stage 3. She's finished that terms of conditioning in the system. So she, by the people, by the citizens of the UK, she's a young adult.
Okay. So, I mean, I have young people around me,
Okay.
and I got like in between the age group, say, of 14 to 21.
Okay,
Now,
I'm coming.
I think that my 16-year-old daughter would have a problem if one of her friends was going out with a 26-year-old. I think that would not be okay by the laws of this land, even though that kid is legally, allowed to have intercourse and legally allowed to leave school. 16 and 26 to me is not acceptable under any circumstances, because 16 is still quite immature, quite childlike still. You're still quite inexperienced. And you've got some 26-year-old hardback, lying down with your 16-year-old daughter. Like, I don't think a lot of people would agree with that.
Okay, but once if it's the other way around, that the woman is 26 and the guy or the boy is
Yeah,
16.
I still think a lot of people would not agree with that because of the just the 16 thing and the 10-year gap. Because 26 is more or less like a big man or a big woman, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
And 16 is more or less like a kid.
Okay.
No, but you don't agree?
I don't agree with it because sometimes people are slowing it. Yeah, some people are not have got the same speed as their peers. And if, let's say, whoever is in that relationship, that 16 to 26, it doesn't matter about gender. Whoever's in that relationship, maybe they're compatible and have an understanding and an understanding, and they could be soulmates, and everything is all subjective.
I agree with you. I actually agree with you. They could be soulmates and they could be thin, they could be thin. But the question is, do you think it would last?
Well, it's if you want it to last.
Well, okay. I mean, see, I don't agree with that. I think there's
Why you don't agree with that?
because of outside pressure, because of peer pressure, because of pressure from just outside influences, from age in regard to your parents, how you're going to look with that 10-year age gap after a while. It's all right when everybody's young, that's great.
Okay.
But when you start getting to 50 and 60 and 70, like 50 and 60, I think makes a massive difference, or even 40 and 50. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean, as in
appearance? In appearance. Do you know what I mean? Because now you've got women that might want to start behaving like they're younger than what they actually are in order to keep up that relationship. That might happen.
I see. But then
that's not real. It's a bit fake.
But do they get maybe some women get a buzz from that?
Yeah, I know. But what I'm trying to say is, it's fine having a buzz from it, and I get this is what I get, that while everybody's young, somebody's keeping somebody younger.
And just 1 second, because we've got some comments going on in the YouTube.
Oh yeah, we've got. Okay, it's low and crackling, can't hear properly. Sound engineer needed. So that's the first comment.
All right, cool. And then on the YouTube, we've got all N. Immaturity has nothing to do with it. 1, you don't want to go prison. 2, someone don't have to date a younger person.
Well, okay, fair enough, but it's happening, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's happening. So then, what I'm trying to say is, just because the law of the land says you shouldn't do it, the fact is you're physically attracted to somebody, and then you find out that their age is a younger age.
Well, you know what? Sometimes women like older guys because older guys are already well packaged, or they're already set up.
And they're sometimes looking for a father figure.
Exactly.
And also, some
Maybe
women lie. Some women lie about their age as well.
Yeah.
So you may meet somebody that is very mature and does look good and all the rest of it, but they might not be telling the truth about their age. So either way, you're trapped and you could be in trouble. So I'm trying to say that age does matter. Like, I think age matters. You think age doesn't matter. So that's good. We've got a good basis for a discussion. But my point is that even with the age not mattering, and even with all the attraction and everything that can come up with the start of a relationship, because it has to start somewhere, right? Can it last?
Of course it can last. Like what we said, if you believe and have faith in the relationship and you're putting in the work, and you're reviewing the relationship frequently, it will work.
Okay, so it's gonna take organization. It's gonna take that little extra effort to make it work. Is that what you're saying?
Well, or N is saying if you're older, then the onus is on you. If you're older, the onus is on you.
It's only on you if
You should know better.
see what I mean. So this now is causing discussion because, like I say, everybody that's dealing with somebody that is younger or older and not quite the legal requirement should know better. What? Come on. Because now we're going against what High Priest says about love and attraction and all the rest of it. This means that you should ignore that. That's what that means. That means that you might miss your soulmate. Do you know what I mean? You might actually miss your soulmate because you might be saying, "No, you're too young. You're too young."
Yeah, but it can also work on the other way. You might have overstanding and understanding. That's why it says you should know better. So that means like if you're in the situation and it's between that you and that person might be younger than you, or you might be old, or you might be older than them, yeah, and you need to have good discernment in terms of what you're really getting into. Like you don't have to be in a full blown relationship from the jump.
No, but like I said,
You can be friends.
I agree. But what if you've got things like dishonesty? Do you know what I mean? Like straight away, somebody's lying about their age. You're now under illusion, and now age really doesn't mean anything because now you don't even know their age.
Okay.
And now you're involved with this because you really like the person. They've lied to you about their age, so how are you supposed to know better? That's my point. There's so many circumstances.
But all things that are in the dark come to light.
Exactly. And by that time, it's too late because by the time that lie is out and becomes the truth, it's probably because it's been challenged and it's had to come out because something's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So therefore, at that point, it don't matter what the age is, like you said. Do you know what I mean? Because you've already done what you're doing. It's already happened, and there's some form of maybe consequence, maybe a pregnancy, maybe something, maybe an STD, maybe something has come up. Yeah. Why now you're going to find out the person's real age, but that has made no difference at the time to how you felt. So that point about the age and whether it's high or low, whether you're past the legal requirement, I think it's irrelevant.
Oh, so we go back to now what we're saying from the beginning that it doesn't matter.
No, age does matter. I think that the age gap matters within the relationship. But I'm saying with regards to underage.
Okay.
Once you don't know.
Yeah.
Then you just don't know, do you?
Yeah.
And why do you even care? Because as far as you're concerned, age don't even matter. Which is basically my point. Why do you even care? Because you won't get into trouble with the authorities. So you're saying that your undying love, your soulmate, the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with is not worth you getting in trouble with the authorities for.
Well, you can just be patient. You get me?
Right, so you're saying that people should wait before they get into stuff and not catch feelings and all the rest of it until they're 100% sure of who they're dealing with.
100%.
Okay, cool.
Because at the end of the day, like if you know like what let's see what this guy said, or this person said, or N said, if you're older, the onus is on you. You should know better. So from that point of reference, yeah, if you know, like as a man, yeah, let's say it like that. As a man, because I'm representing the man then right here. High Priest is the champ. As a man, if you're dealing with a woman or a young girl, but let's say you're finished school, you're 18, and the girl is like in year 10 or below, and she comes up to you, yeah, and wants to be involved. You have to analyze the situation, see what's going on, see if if it's legit first. If it's not legit, then it's not like she can't be your friend. There's nothing wrong about being friends.
Or is there? Again, is there?
Well,
now you've got intentions. So this is what I'm saying. Is it the thought that makes you just as bad, or do you have to do the act?
You have to do the act.
The thought doesn't count.
The thought doesn't count because everybody can have disagreeable thoughts. It doesn't mean that you're gonna do it.
No, but if you have disagreeable thoughts and anybody even knows, you might as well have done it. Because if you have disagreeable thoughts and they're thinking about younger girls that are just on the cusp of being legal, okay, but they're just below it, they're coming up for it, yeah. The thought of going with them, for me, is just as bad as doing it. What's the difference? Just because you haven't done it. So basically, you're thinking about things that you're definitely not going to do. What's the point of thinking about them? Do you know what I mean? So you're saying, yeah, they could be friends. I'm saying that's just as bad, bro, because you're just waiting for her to be of legal age and then it's on. It's all the same thing.
Well, like what we said, you're being friends. There's nothing sexual about being friends.
Yeah, but you already told me that you have intentions. You're waiting.
You're waiting.
Yeah, so you have intentions.
Like what we said, there's nothing wrong about being friends. Yeah, if you believe, that she can be, potential, because at the end of the day, it's not like it hasn't happened in the past when in this country, especially before the 1900s, where relationships had massive gaps in between them in terms of age, like 10, 15 years.
Yeah, there was usually the man that was a lot older, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. See, now this brings me back to my point. Like, there was nothing wrong with it then.
Yeah, because there was no law and order about it then. But now, because we've been put in a parameter with the legal system, that we have to now abide by it. As a result, it's made those kind of relationships more complicated.
Absolutely, but like I said, why's my mic not on?
Sorry.
Yeah, I hear you, and this is my point. So just governed by the law, it's made the relationships more complicated. It hasn't made the relationships non-existent. It still happens. People are still attracted to people that are older and younger than them, whether it be legal or not. So you're saying that age doesn't matter. On that level, I agree that people don't even think about that. But obviously the law says it should matter. Yeah. And like I said, how you're saying, that relationship will last if you want it to. There's too many outside influences and threats.
Okay. Well, Last year is saying, well, for my age, for me, age does matter because I have adult sons, so I wouldn't date anyone my son's age or younger. But that's just me. But I have friends in their 40s dating men in their 20s, each to their own.
Yeah. So again, that could be seen as unheard,
unprecedented.
Yeah, and unethical. Okay. That could be seen as unethical regardless of the law. This is my point about what I'm trying to say. Do you get me? The law is regardless and irrelevant. The fact is that massive age gap will always make a difference. Now, for me I'm saying that I know that teenagers, that are like 16, 17 guys are blatantly out there chirping 18, 19, 20-year-old girls.
Okay.
Yeah, which I think is quite cool.
Yes.
Because I think that a man that's going on like that has got ambition. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old children around me. Yeah. I would encourage that kind of relationship. I feel that it's healthy. Because I feel that the other way, I feel that men take advantage of their power when it comes to intimacy and and romance and I think that men take advantage of their power. I think that women hardly have a chance when it comes to the battlefield of relationships, especially if the man is going to be much older than the woman. That's it. She is finished. She might as well be going out with her dad. Do you know what I mean? Because the dad vibes that you're going to be getting from that relationship, like people telling you what to do, people controlling you with what they've got, people having an influence over other people towards you. Do you know what I mean? People having an influence over you financially, yeah, and with regard to your dwellings where you live. I used to have a friend once that went out with this guy. He was much older than her. She was quite young at the time. He was much older than her, and he had money. But see, when he was done with her, he put her out of his yard, and she was homeless. Because that was that.
Wow.
And that's what guys do. I think that guys do that a lot. And I'll be honest as well, I feel that women, most women, yeah, that go up with older guys from a young age, like if they're the guy's younger and they're older than women, yeah,
Okay.
if it's the other way around, I feel that the woman is just looking for fun.
Yeah, but sometimes, yeah, they're looking for fun, but then they get into a situationship where they start having feelings,
They get
developing
caught
fun.
up.
Exactly. And as a result, they become clingy, become needy, become they desire and get into some fantasy relationship.
And everything kind of changes. I can imagine that happening actually, especially if the woman has been through past relationships that haven't been that great.
I see.
Yeah, I can imagine that happening quite quickly
Mhm.
because, again, it's a power thing. Like, I
Okay.
don't think it matters how old you guys are.
Mhm.
It's the power that you
All right.
definitely take and use it to your advantage. And I don't blame you because,
Really?
no, obviously, like, why wouldn't you do that? However, it can get misconstrued.
Oh,
Like, the power can get misconstrued with, what's that word I'm trying to use? Like how much I like you then. Like the power that you let off could be confused with somebody thinking that you really like them. That's what I mean. When really you're just on power trip.
who's on the power trip?
Whoever is, usually it's the man, isn't it? Usually it's the man, whether he's older or younger, this is my point. Whether he's older or younger, it's a man thing, isn't it? Power and men go really well together. It's a great mix, right? No? Yes?
Well, I mean, according to scripture, the man is supposed to be leading their wife.
Right, okay.
You get me?
Regardless of the age group.
And then we know what happened when the woman led the man, innit?
Right,
Exactly.
exactly. So this is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Regardless of the age group, I think it doesn't matter about the age group when it comes to that power thing. Like,
Okay.
and when it comes to men and women in relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the reason
Right.
I say that, if you're gonna be a woman that goes out with an older guy, it's gonna be one or two things. You're either gonna give him his props and let him be a man,
Yeah, yeah.
or you're definitely gonna be boying him off. And he's gonna be allowing that. He might have some reasons for it.
I see.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So I just don't think the thing works. I don't think I'm trying to establish at what stage is it real? At what stage has the novelty worn off and you're now in this relationship for real? Like the same as people that are of the same age group.
I believe when you literally say, "Are you my girlfriend? Are you my boyfriend?" That's when it becomes real. Because now you want closure, you want confirmation of the situationship. What is it all about?
Right, okay. So when does anybody know the right time to say something like that?
When the feeling is right, when you feel that feeling that is impeccable, when you have that feeling where you cannot even explain, it can only be expressed. That's when it's time to ask that question: Are you my girlfriend, or are you my boyfriend?
I think that's a weird question. I think it's so weird.
But it's so transparent.
I think
At the
it's
end of the day, what do you want?
so weird. I just think it's a weird question. I think that questions that should not be asked, Because I feel that when you ask that question and you get that answer, I don't even feel like anybody even knows whether it's the right answer or not.
Well, you should be prepared for the answer.
Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Even if the answer is no, the person probably might mean yes. And even if the answer is yes, the person might mean no. What's the point of asking? I don't think it's a good enough question to get a full answer of what you really want to know.
So what do you really want to know?
You really want to know if that person is going to be committed to you for, and there's no set time limit either. Is that person going to be committed to you until they're not committed to you anymore? That's what you want to know, isn't it? When you're asking, are you my boyfriend?
Yeah, of course. Or are you my girlfriend? Because there may be options.
Yeah, exactly.
You get me? So you want to know, like, am I wasting my time, or should I move on, or should I stay with you?
Yeah, that's the whole point. This is what I'm saying. It's a dumb question. It should never be the person's decision that you're asking. It should be your decision. You should be saying to the person, right, you know what? You're my girl. Yeah, I'm your fella. And this is what we're going to do. If you're leading, if you're supposed to be some sort of man, them kind of questions there are just leaving you open for A, rejection, or 2, not the truth.
But if you believe in that person that you're seeing or dealing with, yeah, and that you've made an understanding about transparency and trust and just being real, then you should be able to ask that question without feeling judged or feeling a bit insecure.
I agree with you. You should be able to ask it, but my point is, at this point, you shouldn't need to.
Well, or N is saying novelty, worn off. It's between the couple. Can you explain it further, please? Novelty, worn off, is between the couple. You're saying the novelty, i.e., like the excitement of or the uniqueness of the relationship, and then it wears off that uniqueness, that newness about it, that car fresh out the car showroom smell.
Yeah, but don't forget we are dealing with a young person going to buy an old second-hand car, or an old person going to buy a brand new car. That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
So that novelty in itself, will actually last a bit until you realise your car's not brand new anymore, or you realise that that car don't work anymore. Either one. Do you know what I mean? It will never be questioned until that time. While everything still looks,
yeah, but you still have to maintain regardless of the car.
There you go.
You get me?
This
Regardless,
is
new or old.
Find out how is that maintained?
Sometimes the antique car is worth more than the brand new car.
Yeah,
you stay there.
No, I understand that, but it takes more maintenance. It takes 10 times more maintenance, and it costs more to run that car. So you have to know what you're doing before you decide to take it up. That's my point. Now, before you get a car like that, you have to decide, have you got enough money for the insurance, right? Have you got enough money to pay the tax? Yeah. Have you got enough money for gas? Yeah. Have you got enough money for the parts if anything happens to that ride? These are the questions that you need to ask in order before you even purchase. Now, if you're not sure about any of the answers, it's going to be a challenge, yeah, because it is worth more, because it is harder to maintain.
In which sense, though? The younger or the older?
No, the older car that is worth more money. That's the last thing you said when you left. It's harder to maintain. It costs more to maintain that older car. I don't care how much it's worth. Some people haven't got time for this to be maintaining old stuff. I'm asking, in a long-term relationship, or in a relationship that you want to be long-term, where the age gap is so wide, there's a generation gap, right?
Yeah.
How the hell, excuse my French, do you maintain that relationship? I hear how you get the relationship, because I understand how people can get fuzzy and a bit like, what's the word, carried away. Yeah, I get it. But I do not get how that relationship is expected to last and how that is going to happen.
Well, it can last.
It's not all about what you think, though.
It's if you're ready to change, adapt to change.
Okay, so this is what you will definitely have. You will definitely have both sides adapting to change, but it's not about that after a while. It's about capability now. you get me? Can you change? Like, are you capable of changing?
Well, all relationships change. We all change. We are capable of changing and being able to adapt in a situation. Like what we said, is if you want it or not.
Yeah, see, I think it would all. I think when you're talking,
it's not like you need it. Yeah, let's make that clear.
No, well,
you do not need it.
But you want to start with, we don't need it.
Yes, you don't need a relationship. Yeah, any relationship. If you're content with yourself, you're content with yourself. You don't need a partner to make you content or to fulfill that void within you. You can fulfill that void within yourself.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. I think that's a lot of nonsense.
Why do you believe that's
because
a lot of
people
nonsense?
People that are lonely die 40% earlier than people that are not lonely. I think men and women.
What percentage?
14%.
14 or like 1/4 or
yeah,
4%.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Okay, I mean, look, people die on the street, yeah, randomly just by getting knocked down by a car.
Yeah, but imagine that loneliness can kill you.
Yes, loneliness can kill some, but not all.
No, loneliness can kill you. Loneliness does kill, and obviously not all, because not all people are lonely. But I mean, the thought for me of not having a lifetime partner that when I can't tie my shoelaces or do my buttons up, they will be able to for me, or whatever way it goes, we'll be able to help each other out. Not the thought of not having that is not a desire for me, because I believe all my life that men and women or people should be united, and people shouldn't be alone. Two people in the world for that. Obviously, it's a choice, and sometimes it's not a choice. Sometimes nobody likes you, so then you're lonely. I've got family members that are like that. Do you know what I mean? They're lonely because they're just not very popular.
Well, this is what we're saying about adapting to change. If you know, like, you're the problem, then you need to fix that.
Yeah, so like you said, I mean, you said some people want to. I don't think anybody wants to. I just think
they don't want to fix their problems.
No, they don't want to be lonely. I don't think anybody wants to be lonely. I think that.
So what about the in the context of what we're saying? We're talking about relationships and
exactly. I'm talking about relationships and that kind of stuff. That 100%.
Right, cool.
I think that all women want to get married, and I think that everybody wants to be with somebody, but it's whether you are put in a position to find somebody. Sometimes you might give up hope, this and that, blah blah blah. But I think that deep down in everybody's heart, if you're not. If you don't have a partner, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to be even an intimate, romantic partner. It could just be a platonic partner. People live together, they don't have vibes, but just so you're not lonely. Just so not to be lonely.
Okay. So what are we trying to get with this conclusion?
I'm trying to get with this conclusion that well, you said it. Some people don't mind.
Some people don't mind being lonely because, like, you got people that go to retreats, go to monks.
Yeah, but they're not lonely, then, are they?
Yeah, but that's what we said in the context of, like, in terms of relationship between, like, intimate relationship.
That's intimate relationship. Yeah. So, I mean, 52% of the world, no, the country is married.
Yes.
Which is over half.
Okay.
So it means that over half the people in this country don't want to be alone. And then
what about if it's just arranged marriage?
Yeah, but they still don't want to be alone.
But there's honor in the arranged marriage.
Okay. But that's, no. I'm not going to dispute that, but that's a small percentage of British people.
Not really.
Well, it's not that large because there ain't very many black ethnic British people here.
Well, there's a big Asian community here.
Yeah, but I know, but I mean,
you get me? There's a big Muslim community.
Yeah, but it's not that big compared to the people that are here. My point is,
but they probably make up the whole of that 52%.
They probably don't.
Why don't you think so?
Because there's not enough. There's not enough of them here to make it up.
We don't know the sample size of that statistic.
We don't know the sample size of that statistic. I agree. We don't know the sample size of that statistic.
Exactly. So we cannot even use that as a reference or as evidence. That's just damn liars and statistics.
No, that is just saying that half the country is married. That's all I'm saying. So whatever
in terms of that sample size, not in terms of the whole census of the country. Like, the
Well, they
70
will
million
have
or
a
more.
great idea, won't they? Because
And plus those
obviously-
people that don't even have papers.
Right, so I don't think we should include them. I was just about to say that.
Okay.
Because that's more time in the Muslim community. They ain't got their papers. Yeah?
No,
So,
we're not. We're
No,
not saying
more-
that. We're not. We're just
I am.
saying.
I'm
Okay.
saying
All
that.
right. Okay.
more time.
I appreciate saying that. But
More
okay.
time. They've gone to the imam. They haven't gone through it the right channel. More time that's not even recorded. So I don't feel that those statistics will be involved in the general consensus of what I'm saying. But I
Okay.
do feel that the information from the National Office of Statistics
Okay.
has been gotten from the registry offices and the marriage certificates from the country.
No worries.
Because it's quite an easy one to establish, isn't it? Because it's recorded and it is certified when you get married, like the legal proper way.
Okay.
That's not even my point. My point is when it comes to the age gap thing, and when it comes to wanting to be with somebody,
Yeah.
I think most people want to be with somebody.
Okay.
Most people will be with somebody at any cost as well, I reckon.
Right. Cool.
Do you know what I mean? And age is just one of those costs because there's so many other things that people shouldn't be together for.
Okay.
Age is just one of them that we are talking about today. And I
Okay.
feel that when you have an intention of having a long-term relationship and there is an age gap, that is hard work. It's hard work. That's what I think. I don't think it's easy like people that have same age group relationships. I don't think it is.
Yeah, it's frozen on the Facebook. So anybody that's in our hub live, the Facebook is frozen. Yeah, it's not working. But we're still on the YouTube, which is good. We're still on the FM, which is good. You know what I mean? We always.
How do you know that we're on FM?
Hopefully we're on the FM, but 100% we're on the YouTube. We've got people watching. Interesting. I want to go deep into that one, but you get me. There's other questions. I'm gonna talk about that. Like let's put a hold on that one. Move on to some other questions that I've got. But in terms of that, to remind High Priest of what's that situation, yeah, of the relationship and stuff like that. Yeah. My dad said something, yeah, and we're gonna leave it on that. My dad said something about that, and I'm gonna expand on it, yeah. But we're moving on. So the next question is, yeah, like in terms of like, because we haven't really found a solution about this talk about having a relationship that you're younger or older than your partner, and how do you make it work, or significantly older or younger than your partner, and how do you make it work?
It's hard. Whenever you make it work, you have to do a lot of work. It's not your normal standard relationship. I'm sorry.
Well, in terms of like, once you've come of age, I believe like once you're over 25, yeah, you're basically have grown up. You've gone to the point. You've got to your peak, and now you're on the decline. So there's like even like High Priest, someone else's parents are telling him, listen, you don't need to be wearing the condom anymore, bro. High Priest, that it's okay. You can breed. You're in age for that. You see what we're saying? Like, and that's just my parents guiding me in what they're saying. That you are in age for. In fact, if it's an accident, it's hallelujah.
It's a blessing.
Also, yeah, blessing. It's a miracle. You get me? So in terms of now relating it back to age and having big cougar relationships, you can say.
See that word? Why would you say that?
Because it is relevant to this conversation.
Yeah, but
Do you
that
have
word
a problem with that?
yeah, I do, because it's
Why?
derogatory. Because it's derogatory.
How is it derogatory?
Because
you're a strong woman, strong lioness.
No, that's not what. That's it's derogatory. It's a derogatory term for having an older woman. It relates to a flaming animal. Why is it that when women are referred to, they are referred to as animals?
What, and men they ain't referred to as dogs?
No, yeah, that's derogatory. But it's like normal for men. That in a normal, that chick. Do you know what I mean? That lass. Do you know what I mean? That lass is a dog. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's a thing, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, but okay.
And it's saying yes, you're still on older or younger in relationship. It all depends on your maturity and mindset. It should not be a problem. That's what we're saying. It shouldn't be a
No,
problem.
that's what you're saying. It shouldn't be a problem.
It
But let's-
shouldn't.
Okay, welcome.
High Priest is saying,
It
for
shouldn't.
the record, it should not be a problem if you've in a relationship and your partner is older than you. On that stance, that's how we're going on.
Okay, and I'm telling you, it shouldn't be. But welcome to reality. Hey, hey, hello. It is. It can be.
Yes, it can be due to external forces, but between whoever is in that relationship, it shouldn't be a problem.
I think it's always going to be a problem because I think there'll be a period of the age group and the age gap that it is slightly less impactful. But I think it gets to a stage where you're so like that in the age gap that it matters.
Well, all N says exactly it's not a problem. He's all N. Shout out to all N for supporting High Priest and Monel on this reasoning and fellowship with Fiigs. You get me? Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We can just be chatting, but it's what the people are really saying at the end of the day. We're out here for the people.
No, I agree we're out here for the people, but the people also need to be open-minded.
Yeah, of course they have to be open-minded, but they also got their opinion. Like all N is doing amazing tonight, and it's saying if there is a problem, then it's not working and it should end.
There you go. So, and then that's another thing to say. If there's a problem, it's not working, and it should end. See, most of the stuff that we're saying applies to normal universal relationships, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, with this age gap now, we have an added element of what could be complication.
But all N is saying if there is a problem, then it's not working and it should end.
Yeah, so which it should be. With
like it sounded like a
relationships.
yellow card is the problem, and then the red card is when it's not working. Like the problem, like let's say you've identified the problem in the relationship,
Right.
yeah, and you're having that review, that critical review of the relationship and saying, you know what, babe, there's a bit of a problem between us, and how are we gonna fix this? And if there is no solution to fixing it, then you should make a joint decision whether to end it or not. Or if there is a solution to that problem, then you should try out that solution and see it to the end. And if you both agree that it's worked or it hasn't worked, then you should make your final decision.
So, yeah, again, I agree with that. Sounds nice and logical and practical. Obviously, we're going to be dependent on what the problem is. Because I'm going to assume at this point the problem has got something to do with the age gap, because that is the subject at the moment, right?
Yes.
Right. So now it's got something to do with the age gap. Okay. So yeah, let's try and think of a solution which won't be the age gap. We're going to have to always work around that. We can't close it. No matter what we do, we will never be able to close it. So regardless of, okay, if that problem is the age gap, which it will be, you can't close it. So whatever solution you have will be around it, and that age gap will still remain.
Well, it all depends if you want to adjust in the relationship.
This is what I'm saying. So, okay, you've established that the age gap is causing an issue.
Yes.
Right. You established what that issue is. You work around that issue because no matter what, you will never be able to close the age gap.
But you knew the situation that you was going through, that there is a significant age gap.
Yes, but what you didn't do, you didn't plan for problems because you're so tied up with lust and all these other distractions.
Okay.
You're not thinking about that at the time, are you?
No, of course, you may not be thinking about it, but it's present at the time.
Yeah, but it's definitely not at the forefront of your mind. You've got bigger fish to fry, you've got other things on your mind. It's not until literally you wake up the next day and think, what have I done? Do you know what I mean? Because now the age gap is a problem.
Well, by the way, I think because we're offline, now we can really go deep into this thing because we're on the YouTube, get me? So I'm going to talk about what happens if you want to now have a polygamous relationship.
Yeah, so that's got to be discussed, obviously, and that's got to be
to balance it all out.
Yeah, that's got to be discussed and agreed upon.
Okay.
Because
what do you think about it? What's your thoughts? Like, you get me? Like, just as Figs, what is your thoughts about polygamous relationship, i.e., your first wife or your second wife or third wife, etc.? Like,
Right. So this is what I think about anything like that. I think that it's always going to be a choice, and I think there's always going to be a reason for it. So if the reason for it is understood and there is no other solution to keep the relationship going, and that's what you really want, then you're going to settle for it. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, put it this way: you can agree to it or not agree to it, and it will happen anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I'm trying to think. Your partner's got the decency now to come and show you certain things and say to you, "Well, boy, this and that, blah blah blah." You even know the religion that you're getting yourself into authorizes this. Yeah. Then it's something that you're almost agreeing to before anything verbal even happens. Because the thing about that kind of thing is the people that get involved with things like that, it's already like they're already aware of it, innit? They're already familiar with it. They might have even experienced it already or witnessed it already. Not necessarily experienced it themselves, but witnessed it already themselves.
what, a polygamous relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
So therefore,
What they saying there might be trauma.
well, see, the thing about it is, like I said, if you're already of that from that part of the world, then that culture,
Well, our ancestors did it.
right? Okay, well,
You get me? The
see,
man
the thing
them,
about it is,
the man them in UK do it anyway.
that's what I just said. I just said that people are doing it anyway with or without discussion. You get me? Like they're not necessarily even discussing it; they're still doing it. This is what I always say, yeah. Especially with women, I can't say older or younger, but I will say this.
I mean, look, we're definitely offline, yeah, right?
Yeah,
we're off because
apparently.
obviously, yeah, it's not working. You can't see anything is done. If anything, 1 second, let me make sure, yeah, so we can go deep in this thing.
Have we got a mouse here?
The computer crashed. That's what's going on. It's crashed.
What about this one? Is it all connected?
Well, where's the mouse on that side? Because I was using that. They were using that mouse to turn it on anyway. You get me? So that's crashed. All right, cool. So now we're going X-rated right now. Let's go. Yeah. So now you're saying, yeah, this is what I'm saying. High Priest is saying this, yeah. Okay, niggas, yeah, niggas like to be making babies and doing their thing and making and ruining some women's lives and that because they're greedy and they want to take advantage and believe that it's their God-given right to have multiple baby mothers and bring and do it in secret and that. Well, let me tell you something, dude. Let me tell you something, buddy. You're not a man. You're not a man if you're doing that. Because at the end of the day, if that is your intention, yeah, you need to be transparent because you're just going to create problems for your own self. Yeah, you're going to end up in a situation where you're not even going to have custody over your children. Yeah, because women can be spiteful, dude. Women can be spiteful, buddy, and ruin your life in them circumstances because they're going through disagreeable emotions, what you have enabled or what you have created within that woman. So you got to be careful when you're doing them things. In cultures, in terms of in Africa, yeah, you got Islam, yeah, that doesn't prohibit but encourages man to have multiple wives, and women have been conditioned in those countries that are Muslim to have
That's what I said.
to not
to
appreciate
take part in those kinds of activities,
and they have no say about it.
Yes, absolutely. So that's what I said. So it depends what kind of part of the world you're coming from, and also it depends on, like I said, people within that culture have already either witnessed it or experienced it already. So it's not a thing. Obviously, when you're coming outside of that culture, I mean, polygamy is illegal.
Polygamy is illegal in the West.
That's what I just said.
In the West, because they know that us mentally rich people, us black people, us dark-skinned people, yeah, will breed them out of existence, and that's why it's illegal.
Okay, well, they can still be bred out of existence in the world because the people can still be bred out of existence in the world. So, I mean, I feel that I've always said it, yeah, that if you're a guy and you want to have multiple relationships, be honest because most women are on it. Most women would accept it. Most women, once you have given them what you're giving them, yeah, and they're satisfied with what you're giving them, it a ring on their finger, it could be everything they need for their yard, it could be an allowance every week, it could be best sex, whatever it is. From the time you've set a woman up, yeah, I'm not being funny, guys, but I'll tell you straight, most women will accept the truth. They will accept the truth because number one, they're going to find it really difficult to get out of what you got them into. Like I Priest is saying that, yeah, he made a comment. Women can be very spiteful because of the way you deal with them. Right? For me, it's not because of the way you deal with them, it's because of the way they've taken how you deal with them. Because not every single woman, yeah, is adverse to the fact that her man might have more than one woman. Not every single woman is repulsed by that. Not every single woman thinks that that is a bad thing. Some women don't mind.
Okay, but what is if the man gives a woman an STI from another woman?
Well, then that's what she's set herself up for.
Mm.
Because now you don't mind, or you're aware that he's out there. Yeah, you're aware that he's out there. I mean, I'll tell you straight. I've got a friend right this minute. Her man is out there. He deals with loads of other women. He's the reason we know this. He's got evidence. He's got the children to prove it. Okay, while he's been married to this woman, she's already said, as long as he keeps providing her bits, yeah, off-white accessories and her holiday and her clothes and all the allowances she gets, this, that, never, blah, blah, blah. She couldn't give a flying flute. You know what she said? She's not losing that man. She's not giving up her husband for no man. She's got a business who's got used for a new husband. She's not giving up her husband. So, like I said, she's a black woman as well. She's a black Caribbean woman in her early 40s. Yeah, she's not giving up her husband. How many women are like that? That know their man are out there doing what they're doing, yeah, but they're getting treated so good. Where they going?
Nowhere in it because they've made their bed and they have to lie in it.
No, it's not that they've made their bed and
or
they
they're
have to lie
comfortable
in it.
in the situation.
Thank you very much. They're very, very comfortable in the situation. Listen, guys, I feel, I mean, we're not supposed to be talking about this. We're supposed to be talking about the age gap, but we've gone slightly off topic. I get
Not
it.
really. It's all related.
Okay, it's all related. I'm not sure at some time High Priest will draw it back because at the moment I'm just answering your questions.
Okay.
But yeah, I always say it, and I'll say it time and time again. Guys, you don't need to lie. You don't need to lie to women. Most women are going to accept you as you are.
Okay. All right, let's move on because time is running out. The next question will be, yeah, why is sex important in a relationship?
Sex is important within a relationship because if you don't have good sexual chemistry or commitment, okay, people will stray and go and find that somewhere else. It's so easily accessible.
Yeah, especially in this day and age.
Yeah, it's like alcohol. You can just go anywhere and buy it and get it at any time.
Exactly.
So if you know that you're not servicing properly and regularly, don't be surprised when your partner strays. Like I like for me, I don't see what you're making up noise for. Like, why are you now questioning the fact that somebody is out there doing what they want to do, what they enjoy, when because you're not giving it to them. They're not having it from you. What do you expect people to do?
Last year said sex is very important and both need to have the same sexual chemistry. If it's not, it won't work. So shout out to Lustius. She's saying, of course, Lustius knows about the team. Anyway, you get me? Yeah,
it's all in the name.
Yeah, it's all in the name. Yeah, that if the sex is not if it's not that bomb ass sex, if it's not that sex that the bed is full of puddles, if there's not that sex where it's all steamy and the neighbors are listening and what not watching but complaining or anticipating or even pre-coming because of the sex is so strong, then it's gonna not work in it. It's not gonna be the one in it.
But you have to also be aware that some people are not sexually active. They're not sexually motivated. You need to be aware of that as well.
100%.
Not everybody is. So when you talk about the sex compatibility, you see, sex is a thing. The more you have it, the more you want it. The less you have it, the less you need it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, like, for me, you can always tell people that do not have good sex lives.
Yes, of course, because like the way their chemistry in public is, you already know that like it's a bit awkward in the bedroom just by seeing how they react in public with each other.
See, you say that, but I don't think that's true either, because I think some people can be very private, and I think some people only reveal what they're revealing at the time in the bedroom. You will never know man can dance before you see them on the dance floor.
I hear that.
You understand? So, so I think what you just said is,
but the lack of affection. The lack of affection.
Yeah, but
that's what we're saying.
Yeah, but some people only know about affection when it comes to the time of doing it. Other than that, sometimes affection can be irrelevant, and it can actually spoil things. It can actually spoil things, because here's the problem now. Yeah, you've got a woman and a man, both of them quite high profiled. Now, when that woman goes out by herself, she gets what she's getting because of who she is. Okay. You see, once she brings her man, she no longer continues to get things, because now people know you don't need nothing from them. You got your man. Why can't he do it?
But then that's like hiding skeletons in the closet.
No, that is like being smart, isn't it?
Why?
In the sense of, because one day I'm not going to be with you, and I'm going to go out there, and no one's going to fucking help me. Like, you're spoiling it for me now. Excuse my French. It's like you're spoiling it for me now. Do you get me? You're now what's that thing called? What's that word called? You're now cramping my style.
Cramping your style.
Yeah, there is a thin line between you thinking, you want everybody to know we're together, and you cramping my style. The line is thin, you know, and you have to know that you haven't crossed it, because I am high profile, remember? We both have high profile together. So sometimes I'm going to go out without you. Now I look like a dickhead. Because everybody thinks I need you around me. And I you know what I mean? That's my thing. I'm almost dependent on you now with that. And it's the same for men and women. It's the same the other way around. Do you know what I mean? You might have man and woman, both high profile, like again. That man goes about his business every day. He might have a chick at the coffee shop that gives him free coffee every day. He sees you with your girl. You're not getting that free coffee anymore, bruv.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Do you understand what I'm dealing with? That woman that's going out by herself, whoever was helping her with her shopping is no longer going to help her, because you got your man at home getting him to do it. Whereas before, you didn't know I had a man, and he was helping me with my shopping.
Yeah, but that's, the terms and conditions in the relationship.
No, it isn't, because you're not there. And my bags are heavy. You're not there to help me. But now these dudes are looking at me like, all this time we thought you was like single, we was helping you. Now we know you've got a man, bruv, we're not helping you anymore. So it can ruin your profile out there.
But it exposes the truth. What's wrong about exposing the truth? No,
it's not about exposing the truth.
What's wrong?
It's not about that. It's about...
What do you mean it's not?
I'm going to tell you.
Go on.
For me, I'm trying to almost run a business then and be practical so that my life can run smoothly. Do you get me? Now, everybody knows now I've got a man, that they didn't know before, because it wasn't publicly displayed, because men and women can move together all day long. Unless that romantic form of intimacy is displayed in public, who's to know what is going on between you? And that's how it should stay. Nobody's business who you're dealing with and who you're not dealing with, because like I say, sometimes it can spoil things for you on an individual basis, and I don't think that's necessary. Why are you now spoiling things because you're with somebody? Everything's supposed to be enhanced now and better.
Okay, but what if you don't want to be concealing things anymore? Right?
But it's not about concealing, it is about being smart.
Okay, yeah, fair point, fair play. Yeah, you can
And
be
if,
smart.
and if your emotions won't allow you to do that, now we've already gone silly. Because before I had my life all set up, where when I'm not with you now, I'm getting little perks that have nothing to do with being anything sexual. Do you get me? But as soon as you come along now, all my perks are gone.
Well, again, it should be discussed in the terms and conditions if you're going to have a serious relationship.
Okay, so I'm happy to discuss the terms and conditions, and the terms and conditions should be my individual profile should never ever change.
Okay.
My profile should only change when I'm with you. It shouldn't be hindered when I'm not with you.
Okay, and obviously you'll be able to figure it out within like the parameters of the relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you already are aware that, let's say, for example, you got people in the shop and they want to take your bags from the supermarket into your car, yeah, and they're only doing it because they think they're gonna get some pussy out of you, or they got a chance of hitting it, yeah. And you're aware, you're playing the game, yeah, as a woman. You're using that to your advantage that these men are thinking with their dicks and you can finesse them because of that, yeah.
Standard.
And
Standard.
you want to keep that going on, but you're now dealing with a guy or a dude that you're keeping him on the back burner, you're putting him in the closet, he's a secret lover, and you have explained that to your partner, then that dude should be aware that those are the terms and conditions. And if you fuck up and start doing things that you're not supposed to be doing, you should be accountable for your actions and deserve the punishment if the relationship ends because you broke the terms and conditions that were told to you and you agreed on.
I agree with what you're saying, but here's the problem with that, yeah.
Oh,
Whether you're single, whether you're attached, men, women, I'm talking to you ladies, yeah, whether you're single, you're attached. Once you're attractive, men are always going to want to do that to you. So what are you supposed to now do? Anyway, just like normal day walking down the street.
but that means you're not ready to settle down.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
mean
yeah, yeah. It
No,
does.
it
It
doesn't.
does. It does. It does. It means that you're not ready to settle down.
It doesn't.
It does.
It means
Because if you, that means you're not wifey material. That means you're not ready to wear the ring.
Okay.
You get me? So, like, what are you really saying about that? Because you're just like,
you what I'm saying. If you let me finish. I am saying, yeah, in this world, in the reality, let's not be fooled. Let's not play games. Let's not be stupid, innit? Like, if you've got a woman that's attractive, yeah, if you're a brer and you've got a woman that is attractive, understand that other men are looking at her and wanting to poke her where you do every night or whenever you do. Do you get me? And if she is rolling out there by herself and you and her are not together all the time and she has certain responsibilities, yeah, that need fulfilling, okay, like her car fixing, her tires pumped up, the shopping carried, like whatever it is, and for instance, every time she goes out, a different dude offers to, oh, I'll clean your car, oh, I'll take you shopping, oh, and she says no, yeah, which is what you're telling me she should do, and not accept the help, then she's got to do it all herself. Or
go on.
You got to do it.
No, or she discloses to that dude or that guy that wants to help that, listen.
Not necessary. Too much words. Too much talking. Now you are bringing attention to yourself. Do you want me to help me carry my bag? Yes, please. The bag go in the car, door gets shut, you go home. Here what happens now on a Saturday, because you're off work, we go shopping together. They're like, that bitch had that man all the time to help her with her shopping, all right. That's you done now, you know. As the woman now, you know. You're now, man, are looking at you squat like, is that, you really ain't done nothing wrong. All you've done is say yes to helping with the shopping. But you see the difference now as soon as your man comes into it. This is the kind of man I like, yeah? This is the kind of man I like. The kind of man that sees you rolling, hustling, doing your thing, and lets you get on with it. Because he knows that when you need some help, he's the first one you're coming to. He doesn't trouble you, you know. He's not watching your pom pom. Do you get me? Because he knows, yeah, you're a G. That's why he's with you. So any man, ladies, any man that you've got out there that's watching your pom pom, watching who you chat to, what you do and what you don't do, yeah, who's helping you with your shopping when they're not, who's helping you with your shopping when you're not there? Well, it's not you, is it? Because you ain't hired me some guy or some person to carry my shopping, have you? So you know what? The guy at the supermarket, he said he was going to do it. Have you got a problem with that? Well, hear what you're going to do. You're going to come shopping with me every time I go. What man's got time for that? None. So hear what you're to do. If man want to help your woman, let them help her because it saves you a job. How about that?
Well, as a man, some men get jealous in it.
Yeah, so jealousy's a thing, isn't it?
Of course, and that's just an emotion. Whether it be agreeable or disagreeable is at one's discretion. Yeah, but it happens. Yeah, guys get jealous when they see their girl getting chirped by a man in the club or in the shopping mall.
Getting chirped is not, can I help you carry your shopping? That is not getting chirped, bro. Because if that's all it takes for you girls to get chirped, then you really don't need that man that you got. You need to let go of him, let somebody else have him.
Okay. Thank you for your opinion.
No, but do you know what I mean? This is what I'm trying to say. Us girls are out here, yeah, looking good. Yeah, we're looking good. Yeah. Somebody wants to help. Yeah. It's your choice whether you say yes or not. Your man can't tell you nothing because he's not there. Okay. He's not there. He can't help you right now.
All right.
The job that he's doing requires a man. Oh, babe, I'm at the supermarket and I need will you come and do it for me? Your girl's already on the hustle.
Why can't she just be independent?
And carry her own bags?
Why does she need a man?
She doesn't. She doesn't. Do you know what? Exactly. See me, I'll tell you straight. Does it look like I need help with my bags? That's what I'm like. I got bad attitude. Really? Well, and that don't go down too well either.
So you
can't win.
You're playing devil's advocate for no reason.
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
You got to.
You get me?
What do you mean? Discussion on the radio.
All right. No
so
problem.
You've got to keep things open and fluid, isn't it?
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
Well, like I said, let me tell you something clear. Yeah, like in terms of what you're saying about man, basically thinking with their dick and want to help because they're giving to receive. That's really what it's all about. Giving to receive. Yeah, I do this little thing and I can get this big thing. You know what I mean? Okay.
Very shallow, but yeah.
But some men.
It happens.
You get me?
It happens. Yeah.
Like some guys in the club, they'll buy a drink for a woman because they know, that's a gateway, that's a key.
Hold on, though. That works both ways. I'm the kind of chick. You ask me if I want a drink, I'm asking if you want one. Who's going to get linked quicker? Who's going to take advantage of who? What's really going on here now?
Some people just want to have a good time and be.
Yeah, but you're just putting it on the other way. Men get mashed up as well, get lean up and get bought drinks and act like dickheads as well. Start getting on loose same way. Right? And ladies, watch your men, yeah? Watch your men. Yeah, it's not only men that have to watch girls going out. Ladies, watch your man, bro.
Okay. All right. Let's move on because we've got 10 minutes left, yeah, and things are happening right now. All right. Because we're gonna get back to that conversation about what we said, the main event box office. By the way, everybody that's in the live, shout out to you. Drop some comments. Press the heart button. You get me? Share this. You know what I mean? Hopefully, we'll make a little bit of content, but. We want to ask this question before we get into that conclusion. What do you think about when what is a soulmate? Let's go with that one. What's a soulmate? What is your soulmate?
Somebody that I think I could spend the rest of my life with.
Okay. Do you need to have a sexual relationship with your soulmate, or it can just be platonic?
No, I reckon that the soulmate one you need a sexual something going on.
Why though?
I'm going to explain to you. And then you're because I think that everybody's got a best friend, isn't it?
Okay.
Like a really good friend.
Yeah.
That will be what some people might class as their soulmate. I don't know. But my soulmate we have to be doing everything together.
Okay.
Everything from the start to the finish, from waking up to the way we brush our teeth to when we brush our teeth, to when we have a shower, to when we cream,
Okay.
to, you know, when you can par with
So
somebody,
your item, your couple, your
when
one.
you can hang with somebody
All right.
24, he knows that when you go supermarket, you've got a couple man that help you with your shopping, and he tells you, go on, well done. Do you get me? Because at least I don't have to do it. He knows that when a guy talks to you, the guy's got, it doesn't matter how much smiling you do, it doesn't matter how much, the guy has got no chance. I was going to tell you the kind of guy that is good, yeah, is the kind of guy that goes out with his girl, and when they're out and interacting with other people, and he sees other men trying to talk to his woman, he steps back and watches what's going on. That's a proper fucking man. Excuse my French, because that man knows his woman ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
That man knows that man that she is talking to is getting a direct diss, yeah? He's getting a diss, and if anything, he's probably going to get his kicks off that, because it shows him that his woman is still attractive and man still want to check for his woman. That's a good thing.
But we know that men are dogs, though. Especially,
it doesn't matter whether men are dogs or not. What it depends on is your woman, and you will know whether you've chosen correctly by her. What happens next, isn't it?
Okay, we got a comment. Yeah, N is putting a spanner in the works. Soulmate, you can't be showering together. He's probably already at work because the woman is still sleeping. And then N says, or doing shift work.
Well, like I said, it depends on.
No, it's in theory, bro. It's in theory. Yeah.
It depends what kind of. I mean, all I'm saying is, yeah, because there will be times when nobody's going to work, because if men are working 24/7, where's the quality time? Okay, there might be times when you're on holiday and you have a shower together. Come on, open your mind, or N. Don't close it, bro.
I have to disagree with you or N as well. Like, High Priest believes that, like, if your soulmate is someone that you should feel comfortable showering together, or you should be making time for those kind of situations. You get me? Like, and there's no excuses. Like if you're a couple, if you're really doing it for real, if it's that genuine real love, like Mary J. Blige, then that shouldn't be planned. That should just happen anyway. You get me? Okay. Or and is saying soulmate, you can talk to each other, do things together. Yes. Yeah, we're saying that, but we're saying that it should be a deeper connection. Right?
Yeah, it should be everything. There should be like it should be the equivalent to your best friend with some sexual tension and chemistry.
Yes, yeah. 100%.
That's what it should be. It should be that person when there's a bit of tea, yeah, you ring them. Oh my days, guess what? Do you know what I mean? It should be that person. Oh, babe, do you know what? I left the oven on, like, and it should be that person. Oh, do you know what, babe? We ain't got no money today. We're gonna have to stay and eat baked beans together. Like, we only got one tin, we have to share it. It should be that person that there's no shame with. Do you know what I mean? Like, you feel no way to disclose things, share things, discuss things, no secrets. That's who your soulmate should be. And when you're finished having no secret, sharing everything, blah, 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 you should be able to go to bed and have the best sex as well with your soulmate. That's what I think, personally speaking.
Well, in conclusion to what you're saying about this soulmate business and that, yeah, your soulmate should be somebody that you can be able to confide in. Your soulmate should be somebody, yeah, that you are able to feel their essence. Your soulmate should be someone that you're so connected intuitively that when you think about them, they're calling you already. Your soulmate should be somebody that you cannot live without. Your soulmate should be somebody that you're calling in the morning saying good morning, grand rising, and you're calling at the night saying good night and falling asleep together. Your soulmate is someone that you wake up in the same bed and go to sleep in the same bed. That's what your soulmate should be. You're done now, mental science. So now we've got 5 minutes left or 4 minutes left. We're going back to that conclusion about the age difference, and does it matter? Does it matter, and when does it matter? So let me tell you something, Queen. Let me tell you something, Empress. You see, when it matters, yeah, when your parents get involved and see the relationship in terms of a big age difference, that's when it matters. And let me tell you something, Queen. Let me tell you something, Empress. The problem when occurs when your parents are condemning that relationship. Yeah, your parents might not condemn the relationship because you've come of age to do your own thing. Yeah, and that nobody can tell you, only experience can tell you what's right and what's wrong. Okay? High Priest someone else's father has said, yeah, because we're gonna let you in a little secret, my brothers and sisters. High Priest someone else never deals with a woman that is his age. He always deals with a woman that's older than him. Because all the women that High Priest someone else is dealing with, he's a pussy conqueror. He's a hunter. He deals with them all in the same way in terms of the metal science. You don't know metal science. So what we're saying is that High Priest someone else has the capacity to make or break a woman. You see what we're saying? And we don't want to break women. We want to heal women. We want to make sure that women transform into a goddess, transform into an empress, because that's what we deal with. However, High Priest someone else's father has said that when you're in that kind of relationship, it's all about benefiting each other. It's all about give or take. It's all about that is what's in it for them. That's what High Priest someone else's father has said. That sometimes the man can see the benefit from an older woman, and sometimes the older woman can see the benefit from a younger man, and vice versa. Maybe the sex is crazy, out of this world. Maybe the woman has can take care of the man that needs assistance. It's just a bum, don't have anything to do, but the woman takes care of them and look after them. Maybe a man has a younger woman because he's thinking in the long term that the younger woman is going to be able to take care of him in old age. But the bottom line is, the conclusion is, yeah, if you're in a relationship that there's a big age difference, that shouldn't determine if the relationship should continue or not. What should determine if a relationship should continue or not is the chemistry, is if the experiences within that relationship is positive, and you're growing and building together, and also being able, my brothers and sisters, to be happy and have joy in the relationship. What do you think, Queen?
I think that as people, before you get into relationships, you need to have your own happiness. You need to know yourself. You need to love yourself. Because if you don't, it's going to be difficult to get to do that with somebody else. I think that you've got to be willing to share, not just what you've got, but your thoughts as well, which is very personal. To have something in your head and openly share it with anybody. I feel that the sex is something that comes naturally. So I actually don't believe that people need to talk about their sex life. I think it should be private. I think it should be so private that whatever you do in your sex life, you should discuss with anybody, so you don't even need to worry what you do. It's never going to be discussed. And as for the age gap, I think that it's very challenging. I think it takes a lot of hard work. I don't believe that relationships should be hard work. I think they should be easy. I think if you have to
no
work,
relationship is easy.
Yeah,
let's be real.
Okay,
Mom and dad relationship is not easy.
I'm gonna be real. I think that if you have to work hard at your relationship, forget it. You might as well get a job.
What if you have to work hard with your children's relationship? Should you forget your children?
No, you shouldn't have to work hard with your children's relationship. You should have really done enough groundwork that your children don't know you, and you just have to look at them, if anything.
What if you got bad breed?
Well,
don't want to listen.
That's down to you then, isn't it? From the start, I can't help you with that. This is not a parenting advice program.
I'm just saying.
But I know, and I hear you.
All right.
But what I can say, with regard to relationship, if you have to work, I will say what I'm saying. I believe it. If you have to work hard at your relationship, get a job. You're better off getting a job, earning a bag of paper, and putting that down than wasting your time with a relationship that you have to work hard at. Okay. Obviously, there are going to be times in your relationship that's going to be challenging. You're going to have to go back to basics and remember the love you've got for that person and why you're there. But hard work relationships, get a job.
Okay. I believe, I disagree with what you're saying about that hard work. I believe, like, if you need to put in work, and the more work you put in, the more the output is great as well.
But it shouldn't be hard work.
But life is hard work.
Yeah, so life's hard work. Why does your relationship now have to be as well? This is where you need
Because
a break
it changes.
from
The
life.
relationship changes. It's not always going to be the same.
Exactly. That's why I said I understand that you're going to go through your times and your trials. I get it, but it shouldn't be hard work.
What as if
I don't like the hard bit.
But nothing is guaranteed in life.
Yeah, so no one's saying you don't have to work. But do your best to work smart and not hard, isn't it?
Okay. So then that means one can be selfish in a relationship if it's getting hard in terms of you have to take care of your partner because maybe they're not how they used to be, and but because one is being selfish within themselves and saying, you know what, fuck that person, yeah, they're not the same anymore. It's time for me to create an exit plan. I believe that's wrong.
Okay, but it happens though. So why? So people should sit down unhappy?
No, we're not saying that you shouldn't sit down unhappy. Oh. But if you have created that commitment, i.e., you've now made marriage or you've made a commitment.
Well, you just made sex, you just made love, you've just had sex, even that.
Even if you had made sex, you made love, and you've agreed that you want to have a serious relationship.
You've agreed to continue to having sex, which will.
Okay, if you agreed on continue having sex, then the foundation of that, is just sex.
No, not true, because
why?
There would have been a time before you had the sex that something would happen, like unless it was a one night stand or unless you slept with the person on the first day.
Okay, well.
And if you did sleep with the person on the first day and they're coming back for the second day, the third day, the fourth day, and now you're having a sexual relationship, you've done really well.
Okay, I mean, to one's point of view, that is done. You probably done very well, but in terms of what I priest someone else's point of view, he believes that he's not just some sex toy. He's not just some sex slave. You get me? He's more than that. You get me? He's got more to offer than that. You know what I mean? And if high priest someone else has options, and one of the options is committed and showing that they die hard for high priest someone else. And another option is just saying, you know what, I'm just going to use you for sex. We know that it's not going to be serious, and blah, blah, blah.
And you know what? High priest and 1L will probably go the one that says that they're going to use you for sex.
Not even.
I know that you wouldn't intentionally, but that would be the one that probably work out the best. You see that one that the die hard for you and this and that and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That will come at a cost. They don't even know yet. But at least with the one that just wants sex, you know what you're getting. You know what you're dealing with.
Okay, I hear that. But time has run out. Yeah. All N is saying relationship should not be hard work.
We agree with something. Yay! Well done.
Yeah, well done. So anyway, time has run out. Yeah, hopefully you see maybe this week High Priest and Fiigs may be doing more. We've got content coming. Hopefully this week you're gonna see like the first parts of it. You get me, and eventually we'll continue with our topics because High Priest and Fiigs, we've got a very explosive chemistry, but we create wonders in this when we're on the air. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the conversation tonight. I hope it given you some advice and guidance in terms of if you're satisfied with your relationship. And tune into Fiigs on Thursday from 10 p.m. She's got a special guest, hopefully in Jesus' name, inshallah, Jah willing. And High Priest Mona will be back next Monday. And if you want to come on the radio with High Priest or Fiigs, feel free to chat to us on our social media. High Priest Instagram, _priest_720, Facebook, Mental Science Ministries. What's yours, Fiigs?
Facebook is F-It, I'm going solo. And Insta is Booking It comedy.
All right, and also check out Booking It. When's your next show?
When it shows tomorrow at the Copper Cow, Tuesday 7:30, open mic night. I got a bag of comedians. It's free to come and have a laugh and enjoy yourself.
Well, okay, so come to the Copper Cow.
Copper Cow in W4.
W4 Chiswick. Nearest station is Chiswick Station, or nearest underground is Gunnersbury or Chiswick Park or Turnham Green. Nearest bus is E3 or 272. Anyway, we're signing off. Good night, everybody. We love you all. Peace and love. Bye. You don't know metal science. Let's go.